Good evening, everyone. My name is Kyla Anton, and on behalf of the class of 2018, I would like to welcome you to the Senior Awards Week. So I want you all to join me in welcoming to the stage our beloved principal, Mr. Jason Merrill.
Welcome everyone. I'm Jason Merrill, I'm the proud principal of Melrose High School, and in particular right now the class of 2018. Thank you very much, all the family, friends, and guests who were able to join us tonight to celebrate your students and all that they've accomplished this year and over the past 4 years. I'd like to recognize members of our school committee who are here tonight, Superintendent Tamor, for their support of all of our efforts this year. I want to take a moment to recognize the directors in the Melrose Public School District for their work at the high school, Dr. Talbot, Global Language, Visual and Performing Arts, Ms. Singer, Humanities Department, Ms. Greenwood, the STEM Department, Mr. Fogarty, in Athletics and Wellness, Ms. Ward, our Medco Director, Ms. Chernisky, our Educational Team Leader. Without all of their efforts, none of this is possible, including this night, but certainly not what these students have accomplished over the past 4 years. I'd like to give a special thank you to Ms. Carpenter, our administrative assistant in the main office, who works tirelessly to put this night together and is beginning work now for graduation. The rest of the administrative assistants for all that they do. Ms. Lord, who's here helping tonight, should be taking photographs. And last but not least, all of our teaching staff at Melrose High School, some of which are here tonight, some will be certainly at the other events over the course of the next week. In particular, many of you met Mr. Tanetta, who represents them very well as the advisor for student council. So a round of applause certainly for all these folks. Keep my remarks brief at the beginning tonight. In what we award, we're really happy with how this night has kind of evolved over the past few years, and we will award over 200 students of this graduating class tonight, and we'll award them with department awards, service awards, co-curricular awards, awards for the seal of biliteracy, other different kind of extra awards that don't fall into those categories, and also scholarships, okay? We've made a commitment along with the Melrose Permanent Scholarship Fund that every student that goes through the application process and within that the interview process is awarded a scholarship. And they've awarded over 200 students a scholarship this year, which is outstanding. I'd like to take the opportunity this year, we were able to have a representative from the Melrose Permanent Scholarship Fund be with us here tonight. That's just going to say a few words as we start out the evening. So I'd like to introduce Mr. David Lucas at this time.
Good evening, everybody. How are you? Better be. You're all done with classes, you're done with exams, that's all done, I understand? Yeah. As long as you don't do anything stupid this holiday weekend, you get to graduate, right? You know, if there's a lot of mumbling, maybe something stupid's going to happen. I hope not. I want to congratulate all the graduating seniors on behalf of the Melrose High School Scholarship Fund. And Mr. Merrill offered to give me the opportunity to describe exactly what the fund is, because it's important for you to know. My name is David Lucas. I'm one of the trustees. There are 3 trustees of the fund. Most of the scholarships that you're going to get this evening, or that you're going to be awarded, I should say, this evening, are not awarded by the high school. They're not awarded by the city of Melrose. This is a private charitable corporation that was started in 1961 with $200. In today's dollars, that would have been about $1,600. The fund today is over $7 million. It comes entirely from private donors, okay, and from the investments that we've been able to build over that time. I have 2 requests for all of you guys, please. Number 1, very important. If we can provide you the name and address of the contact person who's the donor of the fund, or of the scholarship that you're awarded, please send them a thank you note. For 2 main reasons. 1, it's just pure politeness. And we know you're good students. We know you're going to be successful students. But we're so proud when Melrose High graduates, I'm a 1990 graduate, by the way, when Melrose High graduates show that they just have excellent manners on top of everything else, because that's really not something you learn in school, right? That's something you learn at home and in your community. But number 2, more importantly, many of these people have been donating to these funds for a long time, and they just love to know that the money that they donate is going to a real person, a human being who thought enough to reach out to them. And I do have a challenge. Someone this evening is going to be awarded the Robert F. Lucas Memorial Scholarship. That's my dad. And if my mom doesn't get a thank you note, I will find out who you are. In all seriousness, it really is important. Please do that. If we have the name and address, please do send them just a quick thank you card. It's so appreciated by the donors. And second, my second request to you is this. You're going to go off, some of you are going to go to college. You're all going to come back successful. Remember our fund. Remember where you got those scholarships from. I happen to donate every year. I got a scholarship when I graduated from Melrose High. So, reciprocate the generosity so that we can continue this for many, many classes after. And then finally, to the parents, not just a congratulations to, on the hard work that you all did, but we'd love to have your hands and your minds and your help. We have a great board of volunteers that have been doing this for a long time. Some are new, some have been doing it for decades. If you'd like to help out, if you'd like to help out with any of our events, as far as charitable boards go, this is not heavy lifting, I can tell you. But to donate or to help out with as a volunteer, check out mhsfund.org. It should be right up on there right now. That's a joke. mhsfund.org. But that's all. Thank you very much for your attention.
A little bit about how the process is going to work. We're going to start in about 2 minutes. Students will be called up. The majority of the portion of the evening will award scholarships and awards, scholarship awards and awards at the same time. Students alphabetically will come up this staircase in front of me, walk across the stage to receive the award, and come down this other set of stairs in front of the American flag. At that time, you will get your picture taken by Ms. Lord, and then return to your seat. At the conclusion of that portion, we have some special scholarships, special awards that come towards the end. Award in honor of Mr. Garret Field and Mr. Crossan, and Melrose Awards. We have a special award tonight that we will be giving out that we have never given out before. We're excited about that. We need a guest that's here to help us with that in a little bit. Before we get started, I just want to introduce some of your student government for this class. And before doing that, good segue, I see Representative Broder is here tonight, who's often here to support our class as well. Class advisors, just want to recognize them. Ms. Staples and Mr. Cochran, so much work goes into preparing. Class officers, just want to stand. I'd like to recognize you as well for the work that you put into preparing for an awesome senior week that we look forward to. President Lauren Freed. past 2 years in particular for this class of 2018. They got to know them real well and helped make a lot of these opportunities possible as well. And they're going to be presenting the majority of our awards and scholarships tonight. The two assistant principals at Melrose High School. We're very fortunate to have Mr. Corrigan and Ms. Berman.
So the first name tonight, receiving a General Committee Scholarship, Omar Abbas. Being recognized for 4 years of French, the Martha C. Quinn Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Iman Aguzgal. Being recognized for 4 years of chorus, the National School Choral Award, the Charles E. Ragucci and Angela H. Bunny Ragucci Memorial Scholarship, and a Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, Abernan Akambi. President's Award, Outstanding Achievement in Biology, the Gene E. Brown and Joseph G. Sawtell Scholarship, a Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Isabel Abuja. Receiving a President's Award, Excellence in Honors English, 4 years of language, French, the Kenneth R. Norris Memorial Scholarship, and the General Committee Scholarship Fund Scholarship, Budaina Al-Shahabi. Being recognized for 4 years of French and a Courtney Elise Chauchet Memorial Scholarship, Darwin Anderson. Recognized for 4 years of Italian in the Melrose Medco Parent Group Scholarship, Isaiah Andrade. Being recognized for 4 years of chorus, the Class of 1946 Scholarship, and the General Committee Scholarship, I'd like to welcome back Kyla Antoine. A General Committee Scholarship, Isaiah Arnold. Receiving a President's Award, the Omicron Delta Scholarship Fund Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Michael Calvert. Being recognized for 4 years of the language Spanish, the Lincoln School Ray Tobin Memorial Scholarship, receiving a Piccolo Family Charitable Scholarship, and receiving the Seal by Literacy Gold, Josefa Baeza Diaz.
Yeah, Mike.
Being recognized for completing the GEM pathway, 4 years of the language, French, and the
the Robert F. Lucas Esquire Memorial Scholarship, Emma Bates. Being recognized for 4 years of the language, German, the Rendento Diamicus Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Andrew Benon. Being recognized for 4 years of the language, Spanish, the class of 1928 scholarship, and receiving a General Committee Scholarship, Olivia Burns. Receiving the Melrose Sharing and Caring Scholarship, a General Committee Scholarship, and being recognized for the yearbook, Audrey Bertolacini. Receiving a General Committee Scholarship, Thomas Pavilion. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award, completing 4 years of the language, Italian, Stephen J. Ursuline Memorial Scholarship, receiving a General Committee Scholarship, and receiving the 2D Art Award, Nicole Blanchard. Receiving the Andrea Gerard Levin MHS Boys Soccer Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Brett Botta. Receiving the Helen B. Dorr Memorial Scholarship, Shaylin Bowers. Recognized for 4 years of the language, German, receiving a General Committee Scholarship, Daniel Broderick. Receiving the Maureen Carroll Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Kyle Brooks. Being recognized for 4 years of the language in Spanish, receiving the Richard F. Kelly Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Hannah Brown. Being recognized for his participation in the yearbook, Kevin Burke. Being recognized for 4 years of the language, Spanish, receiving the class of 1939 scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Kelly Burns. Being recognized for completing the GEM pathway, 4 years of the language, German, receiving the George and Netta Doherty Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Helen Burnett. Being recognized for 4 years of the language, German, receiving the Jeffrey C. Madden Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Patrick Burns. Being recognized as an AP Scholar with honors, receiving the Lieutenant Stephen A. Orr Memorial Scholarship and a Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, Sean Cady. Receiving the Joseph and Mary Spinelli and George Rodolfi Memorial Sports Scholarship and the General Committee Scholarship, Adam Kapp. Being recognized for her outstanding achievement in ESL, Amanda Cabrera. Receiving the Class of 1962 Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Matthew Campagna. Receiving the President's Award, an AP Scholar with Distinction Award, the Frank D. Hislop and Bertice M. Hislop Memorial Scholarship, the Excellence in Advanced Placement English, a General Committee Scholarship, Outstanding Achievement in Mathematics, 4 years of Language French, a Seal of Biliteracy Silver, completing the STEM pathway, completing the GEM pathway, and receiving the MAPLA French Award, Lucien Harbonneau. President's Award, an AP Scholar with Distinction Award, 4 years of the language, Spanish, a Milano Family receiving a Milano Family Scholarship, and another student who's completed the GEM pathway, Isabella Castro. Receiving the Melrose Range number 331 BOH Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Daniela Taldo. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award and receiving the Yvetta Johnson Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Emily Cataldo. Being recognized for her outstanding achievement in business and receiving the Melrose Fish and Game Chris Corp Memorial Scholarship, Amanda Kavik. Receiving the Joseph A. Rotundi Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Shay Champagne. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award, Olivia Chen. Receiving the Class of 1940 Scholarship, Shua Chen. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award, the 4-year Chorus Award, 4 years of the Language Award in Italian, receiving the Harold E. Linden and Mary E. Linden Memorial Scholarship, a Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, and the Seal of Biliteracy Silver, Mia Churchich. Recognized for receiving the President's Award, 4 years of language in Spanish, according to Elise Beauchesne Memorial Scholarship Fund, receiving a Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Anthony Pelosa. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award, recognized as an AP Scholar, 4 years of language in French, the David J. Wostak Memorial Scholarship, and receiving a General Committee Scholarship, Saoirse Conley. Being recognized for 4 years of language in Spanish, Paul Costello.
Everybody stay there.
Receiving the BB School Parent-Teacher Organization Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Jessica Copiello. Being recognized for his participation in the yearbook, Nicholas Cran. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award, completing the STEM pathway, 4 years of language in Italian, the Christina L. McDevitt Memorial Scholarship, and receiving a General Committee Scholarship, Samantha D'Alessandro. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award, Excellence in Psychology, and receiving the George Q. Packard III Memorial Scholarship, Molly DiVincenzo. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award, the 4-year Course Award, the Kappa Delta Psi in memory of Ruth Ansel Morrison Scholarship, and the Danny Williams Memorial Scholarship Fund Scholarship, Olivia DeSecca. Receiving the Henry A. Mahoney Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Camilla DeFreitas. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award, the 2D Art Award, receiving a Stephen R. Russell Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Celia Delano. Being recognized for receiving a President's Award, the Melrose Symphony Orchestra Award, receiving the Robert F. Lund Memorial Scholarship, and the General Committee Scholarship, Aiden Dempster. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award, receiving a Kappa Delta Psi Charity Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Catherine Daniel. Receiving the National School Choral Award, Stephen H. Parker Scholarship Fund Scholarship, and a 4-year Chorus Award, Lance DeSong. Receiving the Doug and Michael Mercati Family Fund Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Andrew DeFray. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award for 4 years of Language Award in Italian, Cecilia by Literacy Silver, receiving the Matthews C. Schill Memorial Scholarship, a General Committee Scholarship, and for participation in the yearbook, Rachel DeFray. Receiving the Arthur M. Brewster Scholarship, Derek DeRafael. Being Being recognized for 4 years of language German and receiving the James A. Shanahan Memorial Scholarship, Alexis Doherty. Receiving a General Committee Scholarship, William Dullaher. Being recognized for 4 years of language German, the Seal of Biliteracy Silver, Outstanding Achievement in Environmental Science, receiving the Floyd R. Judd and Mary F. Judd Memorial Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Patrick Donahue. Being recognized for 4 years of chorus, receiving the Daria Elise Perlman Memorial Scholarship Fund Scholarship, and a Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, Jadelyn Dorch. Receiving the 4 years of chorus award, 4 years of language award in French, the Ellen and Walter Creedon Scholarship Fund Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Courtney Doucette. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award, receiving the Louis Armstrong Jazz Memorial Scholarship, and recognized for 4 years of language in German, Jared Dowell. Receiving the 4 years Chorus Award, 4 years of language in German, receiving the Anthony J. and Mary T. Pagano Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, William Duff. Being recognized for 4 years of language in Spanish, receiving the Thomas F. Sullivan Memorial Scholarship, and the Seal of Biliteracy Silver, Nicholas Esquerra. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award, receiving the Shirley G. Spur American History Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Sierra Evans. Being recognized for 4 years of language in Spanish, the Patrick Ball McLaughlin Memorial Scholarship, Patricia Ball McLaughlin Memorial Scholarship, and a Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, Cara Fahey. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award, 4 years of language award in Spanish, the Franklin W. Gavigan Memorial Scholarship, a Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, and receiving a General Committee Scholarship, Samantha Farrell. Receiving the Mount Hood Inner Club Scholarship, Zachary Farrell. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award and for 4 years of language in Spanish, Kyle Ferris. Being recognized for 4 years of language in Spanish and receiving the Harold W. Poole Memorial Scholarship, Charles Feminel. Receiving the Clarence T. Neal and Alice C. Neal Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Michael Fennell. Receiving the Ralph I. Simpson Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Shay Fidel. Being recognized for the President's Award, 4 years of language in French, receiving the Norman A. Graff Scholarship, a General Committee Scholarship, receiving a Student Action Board Award, and being recognized for 300 or more hours of community service. Mata Bechet. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award and receiving the Charles C. Cliff McDonald Scholarship, Lily Fitzgerald. Being recognized for 4 years of language in German, receiving the Tracy W. Decker Memorial Scholarship and the General Committee Scholarship, Samuel Foley. Receiving the Melrose Sharing and Caring Scholarship, Jacob Fortier. Receiving the class of 1934 and 1935 scholarship, a General Committee Scholarship, being recognized for 4 years of language in French and for 300 or more community service hours, Delia Frederick. Being recognized for 4 years of language in Spanish, and receiving the Carolyn Bob Messenger Scholarship, Lauren Freed. Receiving the David W. Zwicker Memorial Scholarship and the General Committee Scholarship, Naya Garrett Moore. Recognized for 4 years of chorus and receiving the Al Corona Performing Arts Scholarship, Annette Gates. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award, receiving the Rotary Club of Melrose Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Nina Gisnaldo. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award, receiving an award for the Outstanding Achievement in CAD, completing the STEM pathway, receiving the Class of 1947 Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, William Ray. Receiving the Susan C. Easton Memorial Scholarship and a Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, Jordan Green. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award and for 4 years of language French, and receiving the Charles E. Sheridan Memorial Scholarship, Virginia Gouansi. Receiving the Class of 1963 Scholarship, Ray Queenie. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award, being recognized as an AP Scholar, for the Seal of Biliteracy Silver, for the Mapla Spanish Award, for 4 years of language Spanish, for excellence in anthropology and sociology, and receiving the Rebecca Lynn Mockler Memorial Scholarship, Grace Hamilton. Recognized for receiving the President's Award and receiving Roy Vaughn Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, William Hanlon. receiving a President's Award and receiving the Class of 1957 Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Jonathan Perry. Recognized for receiving the President's Award and for 300 or more hours of community service, and receiving the Stephen N. Monroe Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Emma Harvey. Recognized for 4 years of language, Spanish, receiving the Paul J. Marcolonius Scholarship and a Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, Jobeda. Receiving the Francis X and Alice R. Neely Family Scholarship, Sarah Herron. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award for 4 years of language in Spanish, the A. Emory Dixon Memorial Scholarship, receiving a General Committee Scholarship, and for the Seal by Literacy Silver, Kathleen Hickey. Being recognized for receiving a President's Award, receiving the Joseph G. and Gladys B. Sawtell Memorial Scholarship, a Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, a General Committee Scholarship, and being recognized for 300 or more hours of community service, Margaret Hoff. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award, recognized for completing the STEM pathway, receiving the Excellence in the Sciences Award, and the Francis S. Hall Memorial Scholarship, Madeline Hughes. Receiving the George A. McPeters Memorial Scholarship and a Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, Brianna Huntley. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award and for outstanding achievement in chemistry, excellence in economics, 4 years of language award, an AP Scholar with distinction, the language I think was in Italian. Francis S. Hall Memorial Scholarship, receiving a Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, being recognized for 300 or more hours of community service, for the Seal by Literacy Gold, and the MAPA Italian Award, Alba Ilia. Being recognized for receiving a President's Award, for being an AP Scholar with distinction, becoming a National AP Scholar, for the Seal by Literacy Gold, for excellence in mathematics, for 4 years of language in Italian, for completing 300 or more hours of community service, receiving the Francis S. Hall Memorial Scholarship and a Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, Christy Iliad. Receiving the Anne Marie Turley Memorial Scholarship, Victoria Ivers. Being recognized for 4 years of the language, Italian, and receiving the Adelaide Holborn Memorial Scholarship, Louis Izzy Jr. Receiving Robert P. Davey Jr. Scholarship and a Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, Jason Jang. Being recognized recognized for receiving the President's Award for 4 years of chorus, 4 years of the language, Spanish, and for receiving the Robert Paul Babbitt Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Caitlin King. Being recognized for receiving the President's Award and receiving the Muriel H. Edwards Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Natnell Keegan. Raymond J. Rocha Memorial Scholarship, Colin Kearney. Now to introduce the rest of our award recipients, I'd like to introduce you to the assistant principal for the class of 2018, Ms. Carrie Berman.
For our second half, the recipient of the Caroline Simpson Memorial Scholarship and the General Committee Scholarship, Michael Quitty. Receiving a President's Award, EP Scholar Award, 4 years of a Language Award in Spanish, Melissa Gillis Memorial Scholarship, Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Samantha Crow. The recipient of the Seal of Fine Literacy Silver and a General Committee Scholarship, David Purdy. Recipient of a General Committee Scholarship, Nathan Lahez. Recipient of a General Committee Scholarship, Justin Lynn. Recipient of a President's Award, completion of the STEP pathway, 4 years of a Language Award in Spanish, the Angela Grant Memorial Scholarship, a General Committee Scholarship, and 300 hours or more of community service, Ryan Law. Recipient of Susan M. Scully Memorial Scholarship, a member of the Student Action Board Award, and a General Committee Scholarship, Adonis Logan. Recipient of the Oak Grove Development Scholarship and the General Committee Scholarship, Lydia Lombardo. Recipient of President's Award and the John P. Hahn Memorial Scholarship, John Lynch. Recipient of a General Committee Scholarship, Liam McGuire. Recipient of the General Committee Scholarship, Nicholas Bayani. 4 years of a language in French, and the Gary L. Colasanti Memorial Scholarship, Owen Markham. Recipient of the Yearbook Award, A.N.D. Foster Memorial Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Maya Marshall. Recipient of the Richard L. Hildreth Memorial Scholarship and 300 or more hours of community service, Melissa Matuccio. Recipient of 4 years of a language award in Spanish, the Nancy A. Solano Memorial Scholarship, Student Action Board Award, William McCarthy. Recipient of Woodman of the World Lodge 216 Scholarship and the General Committee Scholarship, Connor McDade. Recipient of the Judith A. Macario Memorial Scholarship, a General Committee Scholarship, and the Melrose Education Association Scholarship, Janet McGillicott. Recipient of the President's Award, Journalism Award, completion of the STEM pathway, 4 years of Chorus Award, 4 years of Language in French, AP Scholar with Distinction Award, the Francis S. Hall Memorial Scholarship, Outstanding Achievement in Mathematics, and the Seal of Biliteracy Silver to Kathleen Meade. Recipient of the President's Award, 4 years of Language Award in Italian, the Theodore Todd K. Cathcart III Memorial Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship to Robert Melee. Recipient of the President's Award, the Yearbook Award, 4 years of Language Award in Italian, the Paul W. Daly Memorial Scholarship, a General Committee Scholarship, and the Seal of Biliteracy Silver to Tess Melee. Recipient of the Wilhelmina J. Stalker Scholarship Fund, Regina Molino. Recipient of the Wellness Department Award, 4 years of Language Award in Spanish, a General Committee Scholarship, the Seal of Biliteracy Silver, and the Class of 1954 Scholarship, Grace Mercer. Recipient of the President's Award, Outstanding Female Scholar Athlete, Rick Pierce Memorial Scholarship, a General Committee Scholarship, and the Student Action Board Award to Jillian Mercer. Recipient of the President's Award, AP Scholar with Honor Award, Outstanding Achievement in Mathematics, 4 years of Language in French, Class of 1949 Scholarship, a General Committee Scholarship, and the completion of the GEM pathway to Hollymore. Recipient of the 2D Art Award, the Charles O. Francis Memorial Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship to Sebastian Moroni Oliveras. and a general committee scholarship to Colin Mullane. Recipient of the James A. Shanahan Memorial Scholarship to Michael Muscarella. Recipient of the 2D Art Award and 4 Years of Language Award in Italian, Antonina Nadeau. Recipient of the Dr. Robert E. Batchelder Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship to Roger Nadeau. Recipient of the Dr. James Rooney Memorial Scholarship and the General Committee Scholarship, Kelly Nagle. Recipient of the Robert W. Zwicker Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Ryan Nagle. Recipient of the Robert W. Zwicker Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Grace Nally. Recipient of the President's Award, Visual Arts Department Award, Jane Thurber Memorial Scholarship, Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, a General Committee Scholarship, and 300 or more hours of community service to Adriana Nunley. The recipient of 4 Years of a Language Award in Italian, the June M. Reed Memorial Scholarship, and a Seal of Bible Literacy Silver, Gabriel Nyland. Recipient of the President's Award, completion of the STEM pathway, the STEM Department Award, the National School Orchestra Award, the Melrose Symphony Orchestra Award, 4 Years of Language in German, the Francis S. Hall Memorial Scholarship, and the Seal of Biliteracy Platinum to Tara O'Shea. General Committee Scholarship to Michaela Allward. Recipient of the Cheryl Pescatori Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Kendall Orphan. Recipient of the Dr. Ernest Petruccelli Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Darren Parker. Recipient of a General Committee Scholarship, Justin Parker. Recipient of President's Award, 4 Years of Language Award in Italian, the F.E.S. Brown Memorial Scholarship, a General Committee Scholarship, the Student Action Board Award to Lauren Pedrini. Recipient of Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Erin Fitz. Language Award in French, the Upham Family Society Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Ian Fitz. Recipient of the Dr. William Marcoux Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Franz Perot. Recipient of 4 years of Chorus Award, Hannah Powell Platt. Recipient of 4 years of Language in French, the Margaret Bateman Wing Fund, a Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Brianna. Recipient of a President's Award, a Mildred A. Robinson Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, William Pazigio. Recipient of President's Award, the Mafla Award in German, 4 years of language in German, Seal of Biliteracy Platinum, AP Scholar with Distinction Award, the Colleen M. Kelly, Class of 2009 Memorial Scholarship Fund, the Warren and Margaret Nash Memorial Scholarship Fund, a General Committee Scholarship, and a completion of the GEM Pathway, Lauren Riley. Recipient of 4 years of Language Award in Spanish, General Committee Scholarship Award, and Seal of Biliteracy Silver, Elena Rios Tussard. Recipient of the Courtney Elise Bouchain Memorial Scholarship Fund, Samantha Robinson. Recipient of the 4 years of Chorus Award, 4 years of Language Award in Spanish, and the Carol B. and William F. Neal Memorial Scholarship, Toby Rodriguez. Recipient of 4 years of Language in French Award and the Rotary Club of Melrose Award, Juan Roman Torres. Recipient of the John P. Riley Memorial Scholarship, Caitlin Rosario. Recipient of the Ripley School PTO Devin Sullivan Memorial Scholarship, 4 years of Language in Spanish Award, and the General Committee Scholarship to Adriana Rizega. Recipient of the President's Award, Outstanding Male Scholar Athlete, 4 years of Language Award in Italian, and the Dr. Elizabeth Hurst Memorial Scholarship, Cameron Rosie. Recipient of 4 years of Language Award in Spanish and a General Committee Scholarship, Patrick Rossetti. Recipient of the President's Award, 4 years of Language Award in Spanish, Lieutenant James Eagle Dunton Memorial Scholarship, and Seal of Biliteracy in Silver, Hayden Russell. Recipient of the 3D Art Award and the Mary I. Putnam Scholarship, Kevin Sampson. Recipient of a General Committee Scholarship, Michael Sandberg. Recipient of Excellence in College Preparatory English Award, the Pauline L. Grimes Memorial Scholarship, and a Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, India Sanford. Recipient of Hazel and David Mirabassi Scholarship Fund, and a General Committee Scholarship, Cheyenne Saucer. Recipient of 4 years of Language Award in Spanish, the William L. Orton Class of 1904 Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Brenna Senior. Recipient of 4 years of Language Award in Spanish, Clifford P. Somerville Memorial Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Zachary Shea. Recipient of 4 years of Language Award in Italian, and a General Committee Scholarship, Mohammed Sharif. Recipient of the Ripley School PTO Scholarship, Emma Sherman. Recipient of Henry W. Hughes Memorial Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Emma Sikora. Recipient of the Henry W. Hughes Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Grace Sikora. Recipient of June A. Rich Memorial Scholarship, the Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Kira Sixman. Recipient of the Photography Award, a General Committee Scholarship, and 300 or more hours of community service, Gabrielle Smith. Recipient of a General Committee Scholarship, Tashelle Summers. Recipient of 4 years of Language Award in Spanish and a General Committee Scholarship, David Soto. Recipient of the Wellness Department Award, the Gil Priestley Memorial Scholarship, Friends of Melrose Football Award, and a General Committee Scholarship, Charles Stanton. Recipient of the Class of 1934 Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Joseph Stanton. Recipient of a General Committee Scholarship, Thomas Steinberg. Recipient of 4 years of Language Award in Spanish, John Abbott Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, John Struzula. Recipient of a President's Award, AP Scholar with Distinction Award, Frank DiGiacomo Memorial Scholarship. Seal of Biliteracy Silver, 4 years of language in French and a General Committee Scholarship, Simon Stringer. Recipient of the Dorothy Hosmer Parker Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Stephen Stromsky. Recipient of the Excellence in History Award, the Philip B. Churchill Memorial Scholarship, the Class of 1954 Scholarship, a General Committee Scholarship, the Edward and Catherine Memorial Scholarship, and the Student Action Board Award to John Sullivan. Recipient of a President's Award, 4 years of the Chorus Award, Fred Waring Director's Award, Elliot L. and Elizabeth Santiel Memorial Scholarship, Melrose Education Association Scholarship, and 300 or more hours of community service, Samuel Sullivan. Recipient of a President's Award, 4 years of Chorus Award, Fred Waring Director's Award, Joanne Smolin's Memorial Scholarship, Friends of Melrose Drama Scholarship, a General Committee Scholarship, and 300 or more hours of community service, Catherine Sweet. Recipient of a General Committee Scholarship, Anna Schlag. Recipient of a President's Award, National AP Scholar Award, AP Scholar with Distinction Award, Outstanding Achievement in Physics, Danny Williams Mann Award, 4 years of language in German, Howard B. Wilder Memorial Scholarship, a General Committee Scholarship, the Seal of Biliteracy Silver, and completion of the GEM pathway, James Talbot. President's Award, 4 years of language in French, Ruth R. Lloyd Memorial Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Kyle Thompson. Recipient of a President's Award, 4 years of language award in French, the Class of 1948 Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Owen Thorstenson. Recipient of the Elizabeth R. Learned Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Jade Oslo. Recipient of 4 years of language award in French and the Class of 1914 Scholarship, Matthew Benuti. Recipient of 4 years of language award in Spanish, the Helen G. Hirshon Memorial Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Dylan Bonneau. Recipient of a President's Award, 4 years of language award in Spanish, Private David A. Bingham USMC Memorial Scholarship, Piccolo Family Charitable Foundation Scholarship, and 300 or more community service hours, Eliza Nicole Malapa. Recipient of a General Committee Scholarship, Zoe Viola. Recipient of a President's Award, Outstanding Achievement in Computer Science, 4 years of Language Award in French, and the Mary E. Driscoll Memorial Scholarship, Saba Lajkovic. Recipient of 4 years of Language Award in Spanish and a General Committee Scholarship, Kayla Volsey. Recipient of a President's Award, AP Scholar with Honor Award, 4 years of Language Award in Italian, Community Association of Melrose Award, and a General Committee Scholarship, Faith Warama. Recipient of the Edwina Cooney Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Janasia Walker. Recipient of a President's Award, 4 years of Language Award in Spanish, Seal of Biliteracy Silver, a General Committee Scholarship, and a Student Action Board Award, Kyla Waring. Recipient of the Randall Clark Beam Memorial Scholarship, Xavier Watts. Recipient of 4 years of Language Award in Spanish, the Lester and Walter Grocott Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Jack Wells. Recipient of a General Committee Scholarship, Brandon Whalen.
You earned it, Brandon.
Recipient of the Mark C. Peavy Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Calvin White. Recipient of the Mabel L. Merrill Memorial Scholarship and a General Committee Scholarship, Sophia White. Recipient of a President's Award, 4 years of Language Award in Spanish, Seal of Biliteracy Silver, Keith L. Gilbert Memorial Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Jack Whitley. Recipient of a President's Award, 4 years of Language Award in French, the Class of 1959 Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship, Peter Wiesen. Recipient of a President's Award, the Excellence in Social Studies Award, Outstanding Achievement in Mathematics Award, 4 years of Chorus Award, the National School Choral Award, 300 or more community service hours, AP Scholar with Distinction Award, the Friends of Melrose Drama Scholarship, and a General Committee Scholarship to Emma Winey. Of the Excellent in ESL Award and a General Committee Scholarship to Motlet Woldekiros. Recipient of a President's Award, the John Philip Sousa Memorial Scholarship, the Danny Williams Memorial Scholarship Fund, and a General Committee Scholarship to Caleb Zimmerman. Ellen Zinna. Welcome Mr. Jason Merrill back to the mic, and give everyone a round of applause.
So we may have noticed some of the students were recognized for receiving the President's Award. Let me explain that a little bit to you. Since the year 1983, the White House has recognized students at schools across the nation who are about to graduate with a grade point average of 3.5 or higher to receive the President's Award for Educational Excellence. It's a letter from the President and the First Lady. Congratulations on receiving the 2018 President's Education Award. Mrs. Trump and I are proud to join your family, friends, and teachers in celebrating this outstanding achievement. Through hard work and perseverance in the classroom, you have earned this great honor and set your path towards an even brighter future. We commend you on this accomplishment and send our best wishes for continued success as you further your education and pursue your dreams. This time, we have another round of applause for those 69 students. This time I'd like to introduce Rebecca Mooney, on behalf of the Melrose Alliance Against Violence.
Good evening. So there were 7 graduating seniors tonight that you saw got a Student Action Board Award, and what that is, it's a group of dynamic peer leaders. It's a partnership between the Melrose Alliance Against Violence and Melrose High School. And they are involved in all sorts of programs to prevent teen dating abuse and promote healthy relationships. These students were involved in a myriad of programs and activities, such as galvanizing their peers to participate in Maeve's Walk, which raises awareness about domestic violence, presenting to 9th grade freshman seminar classes and to middle school students on topics like sexual harassment and healthy relationships, the escalation program for the senior class on teen dating abuse, and probably most importantly, acting as caring friends and bridges to adult help for those who needed it. So if these students could please stand: Mata Fashai, Adonis Logan, Will McCarthy, Jill Mercer, Lauren Pedrini, Jack Sullivan.
Yeah! Yes, so.
And then I have a special award. It's called the Rita M. Downey Award for Social Justice, and it was created in honor of one of Maeve's founders who passed away in 2009. Rita was a passionate advocate for victims of domestic violence and worked tirelessly to promote social justice throughout her life. We give this award each year to a Student Action Board senior who embodies those same qualities of dedication, compassion, and leading by example. It's my pleasure to present the 9th annual Rita M. Downey Award to 2 outstanding members of the Student Action Board, because they are both so deserving: Kyla Waring and Jack Sullivan.
Yes,
Jack and Kyla really went above and beyond and demonstrated true leadership. Jack, it has been such a pleasure to see you grow from sort of a quiet sophomore to a strong, outspoken leader and role model among peers and adults. This year he was involved in White Ribbon Day, which is a men's initiative to end violence, and recently spoke to a gathering of about 80 adult coaches and umpires of Melrose Little League with rave reviews, talking about what he's learned from his involvement with the Student Action Board, as well as from past coaches about healthy masculinity and sportsmanship. Kyla has been an incredibly passionate and knowledgeable member of the board for 3 years, serving as a teacher, really, and role model to the other members. Recently, our federal grant project, Safe Steps for Melrose, was monitored by an official from the U.S. Department of Justice. And with about 7 adults and Kyla on the phone call, the interviewer spent 3/4 of the time asking questions of Kyla, clearly enthralled with her, and mentioning her name in the glowing follow-up report. I told him that Kyla was clearly capable of running the whole project. So congratulations to you both.
Thank you so much, and thank you for all the work that the Melrose Alliance Against Violence does for our student body, and in particular, giving young women a voice and turning our boys into young. And we appreciate the work of all 7 of those seniors. It's really had an incredible impact on our school.
So proud of you.
At this time, I'd like to introduce you all to the class of 2018 valedictorian, Miss Christy Hilliard. Special scholarship, this will be a 3rd year that we award a scholarship and we'll regulate Mr. Gregory Moss, our favorite staff members at Melrose High School. To introduce the Gregory Moss Memorial Scholarship, I'd like to introduce Kelly Moss at this time. Thank you.
On behalf of the Moss family, I'm very happy to be here to present the Gregory Moss Memorial Scholarship in the memory of Greg. This award is in celebration of Greg's life and individuals who we believe have that same zest. This is the last year I will come to Melrose High because you are the last class who possibly had him as a student, as a teacher. Our family is incredibly private, and we are incredibly grateful for the entire Melrose community for allowing us to come for the past 3 years to present this award. And I'm incredibly grateful personally, so thank you. It's hard to believe it's been just 3 years, and I'm sure for all of you here, it's hard to believe that 4 years ago we walked into these halls as freshmen, and here you are, sitting in the seats that you're in now. It's a great goal to have achieved, so congratulations. There's no doubt along the way you've dealt with challenges, whether big or small, but they allowed you to become who you are and to be in the seats that you're in today. Just last month, I had the privilege and the pleasure to spend some time with Travis Roy, and he said something to me. He said, "Kelly, you don't choose your challenge. Challenge chooses And it took me a little while to think about that, and really stew on it, but he's absolutely right. Nobody wakes up one morning and is like, yeah, you know what? I want to absolutely do the worst thing imaginable today. So, no one is going to be a knight in shining armor. No one's going to be an Amazon superwoman to save the day. It all depends. So, challenge by its own definition is not easy. Provocation, a duel, a conquest. But inside of you have dealt with small challenges, large challenges throughout the way. And that has brought you to the ability to deal with any challenge when it comes knocking on your door. And someday, it will. In the end, Travis Roy was not as sad about the challenge he faced of being a quadriplegic and in his wheelchair. The challenge, although he did admit that is a tough one, the challenge was for other people to realize that he was still the same Travis Roy. His desire was for people to just recognize him as still being Travis, to smile, to have kindness, and just say hello. The recipient of this year's Gregory Moss Memorial Scholarship knows just what kindness is all about. I'm very pleased to present this award to Matt Whitney.
Thank you, Jason, and thank you all. Congratulations to the class of 2018, and of course the class of 2022. In my church, we always acknowledge that 4 years from now that will also be happening. I want to thank you for this opportunity to present the 2018 Princeton Prize in Race Relations and describe a little bit to you, for you about the program. In 2002, one of our Princeton alumni, Henry von Cohorn, class of 66, envisioned that there were students out there in the world who in fact were dealing with issues of race relations. And he actually did not know, when he put together a group of us to work on putting this program together, we all sat around and said, oh, do high school kids actually do or care about these things? And so we sort of older folks didn't really know, but we said, you know, let's go out and find out exactly what may be happening out here in the world. And so we started a pilot program here in the Boston region and in the Washington, D.C. region. Since 2013, we have been operating for 15 years. And we have expanded to 27 regions throughout the United States. So we have now a national Princeton Prize. The prize is bestowed upon an outstanding student who has done outstanding work in the area of improving race relations in school or community by promoting racial harmony, understanding, and respect. The 2018 Princeton Prize in Race Relations recipient for this region this year is Adonis Ray. If I may take just another 30 seconds of your time, I know it's late. I have to tell you, one of the things that our committee has been doing for the last 15 years is reading wonderful applications. This year we had 27 applications. We read them all. You students are just doing marvelous things, not only in the area of race relations, but we always find these really outstanding kids who are just knocking the socks off the world, making a difference. And it's hard to read so many applications when you're busy, but we absolutely enjoy the knowledge, things that we learn from the younger generation. So we are very proud and happy to bestow this award on you. Part of the process is that we invite the students down to Princeton University for 3 days symposium on race. They get to meet the other 27 or so kids who are like themselves around the country, and we give them $1,000.
This time to introduce our Melrose Awards. I'd like to introduce Assistant Principal Ms. Berger.
Last year, Melrose High School embraced PBIS, which is a system of positive behavior interventions and supports for students. The adults in the building are constantly recognizing students for doing the right thing, and we have created a statement to represent our beliefs. At Melrose High School, we make connections, embrace challenges, lead by example, and respect everyone. We are one community open to all, and we support each other and expect integrity. Last year, we started a tradition that we would like to continue. The following students exemplify the characteristics that we value. As I call your name, please join me and remain on the stage for a quick picture. Representing Making Connections, Lauren Pedrini. Representing Embracing Challenges, Natnia Kebe. Representing our L, Leading by Example, Grace Hamilton. Representing our R, Respecting Everyone, Alex Santos. Representing the O, One Community Open to All, Shaylin Bowers. Representing the S, Supporting Each Other, Kyla Waring. And representing the E in our Melrose Awards, Expecting Integrity, to Cam Rosie.
Hey, what up, Mom?
Unfortunately, we don't have everyone, but we're going to make it work. welcome back Mr. Jason Merrill to introduce the Claude Crusel.
Claude H. Croston Award. Former Melrose High School Principal Claude H. Croston was a champion for students who worked hard to overcome difficult situations. Named in his honor, this award is given to a student who demonstrated perseverance and determination as he or she worked to overcome adversity in his or her own life. Mr. Croston was a fixture at Melrose High School for 37 years as a teacher, coach, and later on as a principal. Mr. Croston became principal in 1974. He opened the doors to the high school a year later. He remained principal for 20 years and retired in 1995 when I was a junior in high school. That doesn't happen anymore in education, 20 years as a principal. Mr. Croston passed away earlier this spring, but I'm sure he is with us tonight watching closely right now. We love you guys. One of the final decisions he made before he retired was hiring head football coach Tim Morris in 1994. I'd say that turned out. Coach Morris recently said about Mr. Croston, among other things, Claude was a champion for the underdog students who struggled with difficult challenges in their lives. This is a tremendous accomplishment, and it's even more significant this year as we reflect on Mr. Croston's career in Melrose Public Schools. This year's recipient lost her mother at the age of 10 years old while going into 5th grade, something that none of us certainly should have to experience. The support, family, friends, eventually classmates, this young woman has excelled as a student at Melrose High School. She has achieved at a very, very high level academically and is an accomplished student athlete and singer. Most importantly, her self-discipline and determination are unmatched, and we will miss her dearly as a student in our school community. We are all extremely proud of her tonight, but no one is more proud than her mom right now. 2018 Claude Croston Award goes to Olivia. Congratulations, Olivia, and congratulations to the Bissett family. The plaque that Mr. Corrigan was holding up remains in the front lobby of Melrose High School with all the recipients' names on it. Olivia's is already on it. The one Ms. Berman's holding represents the Peter Garret Field, and that also stays in the front lobby. At this time, to introduce the Peter Garret Award, I'll call up Mr. Corrigan.
Peter Garret was a beloved math teacher and assistant principal at Melrose High School, who was always willing to go above and beyond to help a student. Named in his honor, this award recognizes a student who consistently demonstrates honesty, integrity, and a willingness to go to the extra mile. I would like to welcome up Mr. Garret's son, Mark, to help me present this award. 2018 were freshmen, we still had advisor at MHS. The students assigned to me were sometimes hard to get engaged in today's topic. Luckily, I am a skinny freshman boy who was willing to speak up and take chances. He carried himself like a much older and mature student. I had the privilege of watching that student grow into a great leader. He started 9th grade in a mix of college prep and honors classes, and finished MHS earning all A's and B's and taking 4 AP classes. As a member of the Melrose Alliance Against Violence Student Action Board, he has mentored our younger students on gender-based harassment, teenage violence, and a variety of other topics. He has excelled on our baseball team and shared quarterbacking duties on our state champion football team. Coach Morris described him as a second coach on the field and a great model for other team members. When I told Coach Morris that this student was getting this award, Coach remarked, "Mr. Garret Field would love this kid." This year's Peter Garret Award winner will attend the University of Massachusetts Bowl this fall. Along with this award, he will receive a scholarship from the Garret family. This year's winner is Jack Sullivan.
I'll go one more round of applause for all of our award recipients. Can't tell you all how proud I am of you and how excited and confident I am for you to go to college, career, move on in life, and tell people you graduated from Melrose High School. I'm looking forward to next week, as I know you are as well. Have fun with each other, have a great time, be smart, make great decisions, pretend I'm next to you. Tuesday's prom, the most important thing you're going to do is at 10:30, you're going to report to the Martin Gymnasium on Wednesday morning. Graduation. Before you know it, it'll be Friday night, 6 o'clock, Gregory Field. I know we're all looking forward to that right now. One group of people that hasn't got a lot of recognition here tonight is the families that are here, whether they're here now or not here for various reasons, that have supported you and your classmates in the class of 2018. Some students have provided us some essays and some thoughts over the past week or so. And Mia Kirchie has given us, she's really hit the nail on the head. And I'm going to read to you something that she shared with us. Let us not forget the most important people who have helped us get here. Thank you to our parents and guardians and families who have stuck with us through it all. Thanks for coming to our games, attending opening night for our theater productions, chorus concerts, etc. You have remained committed to our education, but more importantly, you have remained committed to us. You have stood by our sides, even throughout our downfalls when we doubted ourselves. Thank you to all the moms and dads, grandparents, aunts and uncles who have supported us throughout our entire high school career and for helping us get here today. Thank you. Thank you very much to everyone for your patience tonight and being here to celebrate our students together. That concludes our evening. See you next week. Thank you.